This is kind of cool. Like, I'm probably gonna mess up some words on here, so I mean, if you just want to read it yourself, that's fine. But this is about the very first ever roller coaster in America. On this day in 1884, the first roller coaster in America opened at Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York, known as Switchback Railway. It was a brainchild of Lumos Thompson. Lamarcos Thompson, I think that's what it is. Traveled approximately 6 miles per hour and cost a nickel to ride. The new entertainment was an instant success, and by the turn of the century, there were hundreds of roller coasters around the country. Coney Island, a name believed to have come from the Dutch, whatever, or Rabbit Island, is a tract of land along the Atlantic Ocean discovered by explorer Henry Hudson in 1609. The first hotel opened at Coney Island in 1829, and by the post Civil War years era, the era was an established resort with theaters, restaurants, and a racetrack. Between 1897 and 1904, three amusement parks sprang up on Coney Island: Dreamland, Looney Park, and Stepulus Chase, whatever that is. By the 1920s, Coney Island was reachable by subway, and summer crowds of millions of people a day flocked there for rides, games, sideshows, the beach, and 2.5 mile boardwalk, complete in 1923. the hot dog the hot dog is said to have been invented at Coney Island in 1867 by Charles Filtman. In 1916, a nickel hot dog stand called Nathan's was opened by a former Filtman employee who went on to become a Coney Island instructor and international franchise. Today, Nathan's is famous not only for its hot dogs, but its hot dog eating contest held each 4th of July in Coney Island. In 2006, that person set a new record when he ate 53.75 hot dogs with buns in 12 minutes. That's fucking crazy. 53 hot dogs in 12 minutes. Holy shit. I mean, I'm a big fat guy, but 53 hot dogs are probably, I can eat like 4 probably in 12 minutes. So it'd take me quite a long ass time to eat 53. So, roller coaster and amusement parks experienced a decline during the Great Depression and World War II, when America had less cash to spend on entertainment. Finally, in 1955, the opening of Disneyland in Encino, California, signaled the event of the modern theme park and rebirth of the roller coaster. Disneyland's success sparked a wave of new parks and coasters. By the 1970s, parks were competing to create the most thrilling rides. In 2005, Six Flags, Great Roller Coaster, in 2005, Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, introduced the Kingda Co. roller coaster, the world's tallest at 456 feet and fastest at 128 miles per hour. By the mid 1960s, the major amusement parks at Coney Island had shut down, and the area acquired a seedy image. Nevertheless, Coney Island remains a tourist attraction and home to the Cyclone, a wooden coaster that made its debut there in 1927, capable of speeds of 60 miles per hour and with an 85-foot drop. The Cyclone is one of the country's oldest coasters in operation today. So, I don't know if this is the picture of the original, very first roller coaster, because it looks like it's in really bad shape. So I'm assuming if this was the roller coaster that's there still today, it wouldn't look this fucking crappy and they'd actually cut the grass around it. So I'm assuming that this is the actual very first roller coaster in America right here. This is it. And this thing would go, what did it say, 6 miles? I think it said 6 miles an hour, right? Yeah, it traveled 6 miles per hour. Just think, this one that they put in 1970 went 128 miles an hour. So that's 122 miles an hour faster than the very first one. That's crazy. But still kind of cool. Like, I do believe this is a picture of the original. Like, I don't think it would look that crappy if this was one that they were still using. But there you go. That's some history that you may not know. I didn't know some of that stuff, so sorry my reading sucks, but very interesting story.